I'm gonna talk you through the bike I used for riding about 800 kilometers along the former German border between East and West. It's a two-to-one Rasco, a solid steel frame gravel bike, which is pretty new. Drivetrain is a 48-31 on the front, so it's a 2x11 drivetrain with 11 and 34 on the back, Shimano GRX. Pretty challenging at times, especially if you've got 20% climbs going off-road. That's possibly on the very expert level side of things, but it's a fantastic bike. Carbon fork, TT Swiss R500 wheel set. I'm riding Schwalbe G1 Ultra Bike tires. Really decent choice. There's all sorts of terrain on that journey, and they're really grippy gravel tires. They're the most grippy tires in Schwalbe's G1 range, and they've done a fabulous job. So they can tackle wet routes at times and wet rocks, but they're also reasonably fast on the road as well. There's bits of tarmac, there's bits of technical single trail on that journey, and pretty much everything in between. Setup, Apidura Expedition Series, the waterproof backs with a 14-liter saddleback, then the frame bag, full frame bag. The only difference is the Racing Series top tube bag, which holds the camera, as I really like the flap here, much better than having a zip there. And on the front there's the roll as well. This is the slightly bigger model because it's much better to condense that between the limited space on drop bars. In terms of packing, in the back, pretty much all the spare clothes, not much. I did wear a pair of shorts and bibs throughout the journey, and if I needed some knee warmers, on the top a short sleeve and a long sleeve. They double up as base layers and jerseys at the same time. And in there is a pair of waterproof shorts, spare underwear, some socks, a down jacket, cooking stuff, which means just a gas canister and a small stove, and a foldable cup, pot, and a lighter. Then there's some room for extra food in there throughout, mainly when I stock up during the day and put stuff in there which I need for the evening meal. A beanie, head torch, and all the cables I need. I was out to film again, so in the Source Hipster hip belt, I carry my drone, I carry an Osmo pocket camera, plus some spare cables there, and also a clamp for my iPhone to use that for filming. And in the frame bag, all the stuff that's easily accessible and needed throughout the day. Some tools, tire levers, small multi-tool, spare tube, and a pump. I didn't really carry any more spares with me because the bike's pretty new, so there wasn't really anything that can go wrong with it. And within here is a power pack to recharge my phone if I need to, some hand gel to clean my hands, and also expandable bottle if I need some extra water, and plenty of room for food for the day, some nuts, some cereal bars and stuff like this. And in the front, this is basically the sleeping system with a Rango Cobra 200 sleeping bag, an X-Pack mat, then a snoozer bag to pump up the mattress, a bivy bag, and a spare set of gloves. And some more details on the bike, or the stuff on the bike. I used an Exposure Max D light on the front. That pretty much would last for the whole journey with one charge. I did ride about 1 or 2 hours on either side each day, so in the morning and in the evening in the dark. A Design Mega C GPS for navigation and for tracking the journey. And on the back there's an exposure backlight, again battery powered, that was fine with one charge. Water bottle is sitting underneath the tube there, possibly not the best place to put a water bottle, something I'll change for future setups, but it's fine, you just have to clean it more often. And the pedals are Tutoron's own label pedals, clipless, but with a flat side as well, so you can choose whether you want to ride kit in or flat, which is quite handy for technical terrain. And yeah, really nice bike, brand new gravel bike, and rides really well. I used pretty much everything for the journey except some tiny little items on the body. What I used as well is an Elvis air breaker helmet, super light, super visible, really handy because sometimes, especially riding at night, you're much more visible than normal with this helmet, so I really like that. And that's about it.